I'm Tom Cahill, 6 Crooked Passion Lane. I'm stunned. I'm shocked. I can't believe you presented those to the board. I can't believe it. Vince, they might as well get a chair and put you up. You're going to tell me I can't talk for more than 3 minutes. We have a problem. Because when I get started, okay? So, I don't want you to tell me that I can't talk for more than 3 minutes. I don't like anything in this thing that you got going on here. Okay? And I think what we really need to do is really talk about it. Okay? All right? So, I would advise or recommend the council tonight to table this so there can be more discussion on it, okay? Because you're really, really, really hurting the people who put you in, okay? Because it seems to me that it's a dictatorship, okay? So that's Tom Cahill's opinion. The order is only 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Thanks, Tom.
First, I have a question. Maybe I'm not understanding something correctly. When you read those 6 items, I believe they were, you said that if I wanted to discuss something in a meeting, I had to give this council 10 days notice. You also stated that you were only posting your agenda 24 hours in advance on the township website. Do you have a psychic that works for this council now that you hired so that they can tell us 9 days prior to your posting what's going to be happening?
Solicitor to
Respectfully, I did not read anything about a 10-day notice requirement.
It says it. I read it today. It says 10 days prior to the meeting you have to apply.
Thursday prior to
Oh, yes, it does.
Prior to the workshop. That section does not. No, but that section does not prevent you from coming at a regular meeting and offering public comment. That section is if you are asking council to address a specific item at their meeting.
And it's sort of not on the agenda.
That is not on the agenda, or that a member of the public wishes for council to address. Members of the public are always permitted to come up during public comment and speak on items of concern or of anything that's on the agenda. That section is in there if there is something specific that's not on an agenda that a member of the public wants council to address. What it's designed.
You only need notice if something is not on the agenda.
That's correct.
For us to address it at any particular meeting.
Well, no, members of the public can always address anything they want. If members of the public want council to be able to address something, if there's a specific area of concern or something in the township, that is why that section is put in. What it's attempting to avoid is having a member of the public coming up and saying, there's a problem on such and such a street that needs to be investigated. Council may not be aware of it. That's what that section is attempting to avoid. If you give council that 10 days notice, then they'll be able to more fully address that specific concern. But members of the public are always able to get up and talk about what they would like to at a public meeting.
And one last thing, I would like to see the new council, speaking of transparency, I would like to see how the decisions are made in this so-called transparency when 2 of the council members are left out of decisions and no one is notified until the next meeting. I don't know where the transparency is.
Well, I thank you for your comment.
That's not the
Well, this is a public comment, not a public question, so with all due respect, I appreciate your comment. If I could just have your
If I may, Mr. Gill. Sure. The specific section I think that's causing some question is if members of the public desire for council to address a specific item at a regular public meeting written request should be submitted by noon on Friday, the week before the regular workshop meeting for council consideration and discussion. That section is again designed, if there is a specific item that is not on the agenda that members of the public feel should be addressed by council, all that council is doing is asking that you give them more than a week notice to look into it so that there can be a full discussion on it. Members of the public, again, can get up at any public meeting and discuss any item of concern that's going on in the township or anything that's on the agenda. This section is designed to give council a little bit of notice so they're not going into discussing something blind.
There seems to be another part to it, though, where during a forum like this, that it gives the chairman the ability to decide who gets to speak and who does not. Can you read that section again?
Section 6. There are 4 sections which indicates, and all of these are consistent with the Sunshine Act. The council's chair may rule out of order any redundant, harassing, or defamatory comments if such comments or actions are such to prevent the proceedings of council. And again, that is fairly consistent with the Sunshine Act and fairly consistent with case law. Members of the public are allowed to get up during a meeting and are allowed to offer public comment. If a member were to get up and attempt to, for lack of a better word, filibuster, and just stand at the podium for 4 hours speaking without letting council attend to their business, the chair is allowed to rule that out of order and is allowed to prevent that. And that again is consistent with the Sunshine Act and consistent with case law that is ruled on the Sunshine Act.
I think that most of us here are not attorneys, so maybe don't understand the sunshine law, and perhaps if you guys doesn't understand that, you might understand it completely.
There are many attorneys who don't completely understand the Sunshine Law. There are some confusing aspects of it, but this is completely consistent with the Sunshine Law.
Right, so we don't, does any, I don't understand.
I don't understand.
It seems to me that that's what.
Can you explain?
There's some discussion about the sunshine law, related to their meetings, or this, and that sort of thing, so I'm just trying to understand why it is the way it is.
Well, obviously, or maybe not
It
obviously,
doesn't really sound like it's the right thing to me, but I'm just trying to understand.
all meetings of any agency, political subdivision in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania must be conducted consistent with the Sunshine Act. The Sunshine Act is trying to balance the 2 competing sometimes interests of the public's right to comment on issues that are going on in their community with council's need to conduct the business of the community. So what the Sunshine Law attempts to do is it attempts to create a reasonable opportunity for members of the public to be heard on issues that are before the board takes official action. It is an opportunity for members of the public to speak and to offer their opinions. But what it does attempt to do is allow the elected body to do the business of the municipality without there being again, a filibuster or something along those lines.
You know, I've been coming to the meetings, I've been to all the meetings, and I've been to a lot of meetings in the last year, and I just want to know, I have never been in a situation where that's been accomplished here, so I'm not quite understanding. You know, it just doesn't seem to me like we need a law that contains the freedom of speech and respect for the Constitution. That's, you know.
I really don't feel any freedom of speech. And
Somebody else gets to decide.
I'm sorry, what's
whether you
your first name?
Yeah.
Like, you've been to many meetings, I've been to every meeting, and they've just been out of control. There's people heckling me, there's people in the back room yelling, there's this. And I've actually had residents that aren't the regulars that, are heckling or yelling out, actually say, I can't go on these people, I'm so scared. So this is what this is about. It's about, hearing other people that are just not, here just to play political games. Is to let other people